Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome to ARL Adrenaline Racing League's final race of the season. And we are about to head out there to, appropriately enough, Abu Dhabi for the Grand Prix. And my name is Webbo. I'm going to be your commentator for this evening. But very happy to say that joining me in comms will be Ivan, our flying Croat, and friend to many in the server. Hey Ivan, good to have you with us.
Hello to everyone watching on the stream. So yeah, we're heading to Abu Dhabi as last race of this pretty much exciting first season, despite attendance being low with some races. We cannot avoid that. And we already have a couple of cars out on track. That's will be Sparks, as I could predict. And ARL.
Yeah, for once ARL has beaten Sparks out of the garage today.
Well, 1-0 for ARL then.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully it's a sign of things to come. We've got the Red Bull out there. Branch has appeared for the final race, and we've got as you say, Sparks in the Alpine. Ronan's here in the McLaren with Rents as his teammate, and Amiral joins us as well, who's been having a fantastic season overall.
Ayrton also for us.
We'll be using the default track layout. Codemasters haven't been kind enough to give us the revised layout, but so all the corner numbers will be as everybody remembers them from seasons past, rather than the most recent on-track Grand Prix. Race number 147 for me as a commentator.
Nice, came a long way.
yeah, it's that's a lot of races in a single year.
And I think this is my like fifth or sixth race as in Compost. Started in the original form of this league back in I think it was like in summer, like June, July, something like that.
Yeah, I think I started in April of this year, so it's been quite a long way. But just about to start the very first flying lap is ARL, Ivan. So take us through from a driver's seat.
Okay, so turn one. Nothing very much changed compared to years. Then turns 2 and 3, no challenge for this modern cars. And then you'll think that you got straight, but no, you go into this chicane. What are turns 5 and 6? Turn 7, the old version of hairpin. You need to get good exit to get a good slingshot. Doing this big straight, and Branch match already disqualified from the session. I think I know what's the problem.
I think he was around the pit exit, wasn't he?
Yeah, but so back on lap with ARL, turns 6 and 7. If I'm turns 8 and 9, sorry, and another DRS zone, and now this couple of chicanes.
Just slowing the car down there. Yeah.
Yep. And then the corner, and then coming to hotel section. Really easy, maybe to overshoot the braking point for some people. This takes ages, comparing to the 2021 Abu Dhabi GP layout. Turn 16. I think this turn 16. I forgot the corner numbers, and ARL did 136.1. Of course, slower than Sparks, as we could expect. But Ronan goes quickest on soft tires.
Yeah, so Ronan getting the fastest first lap there. Brilliant stuff. I think Ayrton's out there at the moment. I think we're well represented by ECOS as a team. But Ayrton is slowing towards the end of this lap. I'm sure he's going for another one on the mediums. So we'll join him shortly. As Barca GT is out here as well, and we've got G717. He is, or should we just call him Art? I'm not sure.
Who? Art.
Yeah.
AlphaTauri. Okay, yeah, sure. So Rand did 39.2, but I don't think that's necessary lap getting the slipstream from Ronan. I don't know how that helped. Ayrton is also sandbagging, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a slow warm-up lap for the mediums, I think. Have helped bringing the mediums into working range a little bit better on this early track evolution point.
Yeah, double slipstream from Ronan and Rand, so will they work it better than in Hungary? We'll see.
Amaral out there in sector 1, just heading towards the first big stop, now into turn 5, 6, 7. It's almost turning the car around, Amaral, so that medium tyre shod car really not up to temperature on the rears. So I don't think that one's going to be a very special lap. Alexis Beast has had an issue as well. I see Alex Thomas has joined us, so we will have 12 drivers take the start, hopefully. Alex Thomas then likewise now heading down to the turn 5, 6 and 7. Excuse me, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Coming through turn 10 now. Get an idea of the sector time. It's a 58.433. Now we need to straight line this as much as possible, as the off-camber corners tend to throw you offline. And they've tried to mend that a little bit. Wow.
I don't know if you did that in pits, because I don't have track map on.
What's up with Barchi? Yeah. Getting it wrong on the way out the pits.
Turn 23 curb.
Ah. Okay, looks like the AlphaTauri going past there is a little bit off track as well, but has rejoined. So I wonder if had an issue or just coming out of the pits. Alex Thomas then for the line, P7, 36.834. A bit more competitive, but there's some way to go yet.
Mate.
Yeah, so
just to say, championship battle is like all over even before this race. I think way before this race. Oh, ARL and Art in close moments. So ARL is trying to go into pits, and then Art, he either spun or something happened, but
yeah,
or I don't know, and he maybe didn't see ARL and almost caused the T-bone.
Wow. So Alexis Beast now on his second push lap on the medium tyres.
He's on softs.
Sorry, on softs, yeah. He's gone wide. Oh, wow, through.
Oh, cars all over the place.
Yeah, a difficult section through turn 18 and 19.
Yeah, throttle application is really key there. If you counter a little bit too early.
Wow, that car is not hooked up at all. He really needs to have a little look at some setup. I heard Branch mention he didn't get a setup ready before the race, and he's had no time to test it or adjust it during qualifying either. He's obviously been disqualified, so he's going to be going at this with a very unclear feeling in the car and very cold into the race.
So improvisation.
Yeah. How can he make the car dance?
He isn't the only one who has to do it. Like, I had to do it before. It's not that hard to improvise around Abu Dhabi. I remember I was doing a WOR Tier 3 league race. I joined mid-quali, managed to somehow get into the lobby and not like glitching it. And basically I didn't have any proper practice. So I just like set my setup approx on track characteristics.
Yeah.
And at the end managed to get P4 from like way back over the grid.
Well, we got about 8.5 minutes remaining of qualifying before the checkered flag falls, and Ronan about to attack his next attempt for pole. He's already got a pole position by 1/10 of a second on medium tyres, so going for it. Yeah, see how the car holds on these fast corners with cold tyres. So far, so good.
Yep.
The track just tempting you to take that straight line, as you say. Purple first sector on the mediums for Ronan.
Didn't he, like, maybe he put a little bit of fuel in the car, now he'll get runs? Well,
Yeah, big thank you to his teammate there for giving him the giving them the tow. I don't know if they planned that, but it was good.
He put a bit more fuel in the car for his soft run, and now he's just pushing it on meds.
Yeah, I could have just
So
fueled
he
up
can
for the session. Yeah, he won't. Oh wow, that's interesting to see Rens cut the corner to give him a second tow. Wow, I haven't seen that before.
That's not illegal. I remember back in CLE days, me and FedEx, who was still on Prix back then, were doing the same thing in that on the exact same places back on F1 2020. Oh
wow.
Maybe I think we got one extra driver. Hopefully you guys will understand.
I can't remember whether he perhaps had spectated before. Maybe a friend of Ronan. I seem to remember.
Yeah, I think he's friend of Ayrton, but I know he's friend of mine and of Ayrton, but I didn't invite him just to clarify.
Oh, so
that.
Ronan bailing on that lap, doesn't want to finish that lap out there.
He just tried to get feel for the car, but I think Sparks will come and just beat his lap soon.
Well, ARL is on a lap. He's 1/10 faster than he's been before through the first sector. Just getting the car through the hairpin quite comfortably. Got a nice clear open track in front of him as well. So heading now towards really big stop. Pick his braking point down into kind of 75 meters. Getting the car stopped. Suffering a little bit at the apex.
Oh, bit of moment. Maybe he got a bit much too aggressive on that curb. And now this is, I think, key part of the lap. You just really have to nail this part. If you got too aggressive on the curb, you'll lose a lot of momentum. But if you don't touch the curb, you're again lose a lot of time.
Yeah, he's well within range of beating his time, but he did lose 2/10 in that second sector relative to his own fastest.
Oh,
wow.
That's a bit too deep in my...
Missing the apex over and over, and then going wide and invalidating. I think just spent too much out of those tyres on the early part of the lap. It's easy to do here in Abu Dhabi. It's a long track with many corners. If you don't save something left in the tyres, you're not going to get around. Rents managing to invalidate as well in that third sector. It's proving very slippy out there today, Ivan.
It's maybe that, or Rens not liking this track, but he can be quick if he has his day. Knowing that I was like his teammate for a couple of races before I lost motivation through the season, and he validated again.
Wow.
Or he had next up. So we see one McLaren at the top and one McLaren struggling. Pretty much Norris Ricciardo situation from this season.
We have had Noisy has joined the race itself, so he's managed
he went to
join
with Branch.
Yeah. So he's now going to go and try and get some better starting point position for the race than Noisy.
Let me just say, he's very quick. Maybe even quicker than Sparks.
Oh, okay. So, well, we'll make sure to watch him then, as I think Ronan is out on an outlap. Everybody else at the top of the timing screens are waiting for the final run. Ronan leads this by 1/10 from Sparks, then ARL, Ayrton, Art, Amaryl, Alex, Rents, Alexis, and then yet to set a time we've got Noisy and the Chaos Druid that we ride with, but he's looking very loose through here, really all over the place. I think this is a car that is just not set up. Yeah. He's really going very wide, escaping invalidation at this point by lifting when he's off track, but...
Oh! Okay. Then that's why I never choose Mazepin's car when I'm trying for Haas.
Ooh. Right on the edge is Chaos Druid, and he gets a 42.0 out there. Let's watch with Noisy then, Ivan, and see if he's as fast as you say.
He spun.
Okay, let's go back to Ronan then, because he's he's attacking the lap. And
I'm gonna spectate here. I don't know. Oh, Ronan's out. I thought some guys are on out lap. Okay, Druid will be a bit of moving chicane here, but he'll get a bit of lovely free slipstream.
Yeah, I hope Ronan will get something out of this.
Like that.
So Ronan trying to tuck up behind Chaos Druid, but he's just a little bit too far ahead. I don't know if he's going to balk him on this lap? Is he going to be able to get out of the way? Because I think Kerry Stewart is on a lap himself. He's not duty bound to get out of the way, but making a mistake in the chicane helps Ronan a little bit, but I think will have cost him overall. We'll find out as he crosses the timing beam very shortly. He's just under. He's still got a purple middle sector, so he managed to gain under that. Oh no!
Oh!
He's turned it round.
Don't they just curse?
Yeah, turned the car around. We suddenly cut to the other McLaren, and it was still going. It was very strange on the stream.
I'm going to spectate one of Alpha Tauris for both on outlap now.
Sure. Let's have a look then. Just see what Rentz is up to. He's just watched his teammate spin in front of him. Rentz about to finish his lap.
Again, understeer.
Getting very close to the wall.
Also understeer.
I heard that Latifi was being told to get closer and closer to the wall. He eventually hit by his engineer at the weekend. So Rentz a 35.782. That's a much better time for him. Much better. What is Alexis Beast doing? He's half a second faster than he's been before. And
he meant to get the car hooked up.
Knocking the door of the 36-second group. Quite a big field spread at the moment.
Yep.
ARL says he's got damage to his floor.
Oh so, no.
That's not good. That's going to hamper him all the way through. Alexis Beast pulls in towards the pit wall.
36.9.
Gets into those 36s. Much nicer for him. Who's actually working the wheel at the moment?
Amiral is on lap.
Great. And he gets a purple first sector. Wow, from good first sector from Amiral.
I won't be surprised if Amiral gets close to front row.
Yeah.
He has shown some pace in the second part of the season.
Oh, he had definitely, yeah. He's really picked it up.
Here, straight out.
So Amiral then choosing his braking point here for turn 8 and 9. Getting a good launch out of there, Ivan. It looked like he had good grip.
Yeah, really good launch. This rate, and what that's also crucial because
7/10 improvement through the second sector. He's really on it.
He's really going on it. He really wants it. Because the way he the way he went through the chicane, like it remembered me on what I used to do.
Yeah, he's got good grip on the front end of this car. Really got good turning and living with the rear, managing to reach every apex beautifully. Look at that, fantastic from Amiral.
Oh, but he was in pits.
Oh, what happened there? Just rode the edge of the track on the outside.
No, I think he wanted to go in pits maybe, and then he just.
Wow, that was very weird situation to see. But let's watch with Sparks, who's now 1.5 tenths faster, and a purple first sector versus Ronan here.
I don't want to curse I don't want to curse Sparks, but I think Ronan can say goodbye to his pole.
Let's see, because I've seen Sparks spin it before. It's very rare, but I have seen him. Look at how close he gets to the edge of the track. As he breaks the car down. Fantastic accuracy. So well practiced.
I think Sparks got angry because I think he wants that pole.
Yeah,
he wants
definitely.
to show who is the champion.
Purple middle already at 4 tenths gaining through there.
Oh, the way he went through this part.
Yeah, that is bossing the circuit. That is how to tame that tricky, difficult sector. Nicely through here. The throttle application, Ivan, sounds so sweet from Sparks' car.
Yeah, and
oh no! There he goes, losing it on that penultimate corner. That awful turn 20, and it's all gone wrong.
Hopefully he doesn't watch the stream and he didn't hear the part I said he will get pole.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll appreciate that from you. Noisy has failed to set his lap, and he's got an invalidated time. We're down to the very final runs, and no one is going quicker at this stage. Ronan won't do it either.
Ronan will get pole position.
Ronan in the McLaren, I think, has got the pole from Sparks. dramatically. Sparks had a lot more speed there within the car, but it didn't happen.
But Ronan, speaking about Ronan, he has that one lap pace, but when it comes to race pace, he struggles a lot, I will say.
Okay.
And also I think he likes to reset the track when he bends it.
We've got ARL then in third place with floor damage, but that should be repaired by the time it gets to the race. Rents in the second McLaren, and then Ayrton, Art, Amiral, both Alpha Tauris next to each other with Alex Thomas, Alexis Beast, Chaos Druid, Noisy, Barchi and Branch. The bottom three of the grid did not set a time, and Noisy retired from the session right at the end there. Ronan saying that he heard you predict a pole there, predict a bin there in the race, and he's not happy. Ronan, then take us away for the grid, Ivan. I've already read it out once.
Pole, in his McLaren, then followed by Sparks on mediums, just to say. So big tactical advantage for Sparks, and also ARL, who is also on mediums, and he's on P3 alongside Hyper Excellence. Then we have Ayrton, Art, Amiral, Alex H. Thomas, Alexis Beast, Chaos Druid, TTG Noisy, Barsh GT, who crashed, and
yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll be underway very soon.
I mean, I went for the more realistic option on pole position.
Yes, and he's not. I think that we've got this difference in opinion on soft and medium tyre starting, but I think we might see plenty of safety cars tonight, Ivan. I think that might throw into doubt any strategic options.
Oh, well, if we just remember first race of the season at the back.
Oh, don't know, please. Let's not remember that. Not at all.
I don't want to remember that. I bottled the win.
Yeah. Lots of people bottled the win that day, though.
Who ended up winning it at the end? Branch.
I don't think you should laugh when you say his name.
Oh, sorry, mate. No, I'm just laughing at.
I know.
Because the race was like so fun.
Yeah. Wong Fei has turned up in the chat to say sorry he couldn't be here, but he's predicting a Ronan win tonight from Wong Fei.
Wong Fei. Okay. Okay.
The sun is starting to set at the Abu Dhabi circuit, and we'll be under sunset starting, followed by
pretty much.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
Definitely. AJ or ARL, I should say, saying wrong strategy, but he's got to deal with it. As we say, he's starting on the mediums.
Mediums aren't that bad compared to softs around Abu Dhabi.
That's
like
true.
In first opening laps.
Good to see 13 drivers then take the start with Branch at the back, just learning how his car handles for the first time in decent conditions, and almost runs into the back of Barchi.
Bold prediction has one too.
Okay, bold prediction has one too. I like it. And Noisy. Oh, just to mention there, ARL mentions that he's racing on his home Grand Prix here.
I forgot to say that.
Closest to where he lives.
He actually lives in Dubai.
Yeah, we've got.
And he may. I mean, it's nice that he can visit the F1 race, but. I will, to be honest, that his place alone, I will only go with that one when they announce these changes. Before it was just a train of cars.
Yeah.
Or when Alonso retired for the first time. That's the
we got Chaos Druid in 10th, starting. All the rear gunners on the race are starting on softs, and most of the top 10 are starting on mediums. You don't often see that.
To branch camera, and you'll be our front, right?
Yeah, so, that's cool. Thank you. We've got Alexis Beast in 9th, Alex Thomas in 8th. I'm going to have to call Alexis the Beast. I stick with the Beast for Alexis because we've also got Alex Thomas and I believe ARL. All of them.
Sorry for interruption there, but I'm glad that they switched that back because some people got really close on formation lap. Two guys got disqualified, Alex H. Thomas and Cage Druid. I don't know how they managed to collide, but I think it's a talent.
Yeah, both AlphaTauris, 6th and 7th, Art and Amaral. Then, and I think Amaral's got some pace tonight. I'll be surprised to not see him up in the top 4, I would say. Rents in 4th, Ayrton in 5th. We've got ARL in 3rd at his home Grand Prix.
Oh no, it's a branch spanner formation lap. Oh no.
No. People are really struggling to get the car together here, aren't they? Everybody out. Wow.
Yes. This start will even turn funnier.
Yeah. Here we go then. The grid almost underway, and we've got Ronan from Sparks. Let's see who gets away from the grid slots first. ARL, Rents, Ayrton, and Art making up your top 6. Remember the Haas is at the back, as Ivan's bold prediction there to see them a 1-2. The lights are on. They're flashing a little bit strangely. I hope that's not a portent of bad things to come. But it's lights out and away we go.
After penalty. Alex Thomas.
Alex Thomas jumping the start. Nice ARL nice getting away beautifully. I don't know if there's a slight desync here because some of the cars just didn't seem to move. Sparks getting underneath Rents and spinning round. Sparks tucked right to the back of the grid with Rents being just slightly ahead and on the corner. It looks like Amaral making a bold move down into the corners here, and we've got Alex Thomas in 5th.
Good start.
Barchi though, Barchi up to 5th, and yeah, Branch and Noisy doing incredibly well as the battle for the midfield is incredible, but Sparks toppling right down to the foot of the order.
Alex Thomas and Amaral look really close. Don't forget Alex Thomas also has a drive to penalty, so he's not relevant in this.
He's not, but he doesn't want to give up places easily. And around turn 8, 9 and 10 they go, sorting themselves out. Noisy moving up, yeah, he's going to be super close here. He's getting a slipstream.
Compared to guys on for mediums.
Yeah, exactly.
On the outside. Nice move.
Nice move from Noisy.
Ronan
spinning. So we've had our 2 leaders off the grid and through qualifying spin and go heading down. Ronan touching Art on the way through the corners, and Art having to spin quite violently out the way, as Latifi did in qualifying the most recent weekend. Chaos Druid being dispatched by Sparks in no uncertain terms, but the battle down here for 9th, led by Beast.
Going to serve the drive-through.
Check out Art trying to go around the outside of the penultimate corner. Beast losing out slightly here, and we've got pit stops already, Ivan.
Yeah, Alex, some guys maybe got damage.
Yeah.
And Alex Thomas had a drive-through, so yeah, front things already ready.
Okay, so some of the job done by Sparks.
He has that 1 lap pace, but in terms of race pace, mid.
Apologies on the stream. I think Ivan and I have got a slight discrepancy in our voice speed. So I think sometimes we're not hearing each other quite in sync. Yeah. Branch making a move down, trying to make a move down into the chicane. It's not quite there. Oh, yeah. Well, how about Noise's first lap?
Ayrton on mediums is already behind Rents, like within DRS zone of Rents. So maybe you should follow Ayrton a little bit.
Definitely. With Barchi and Noisy up 7 places each in a single lap. Incredible stuff. Ronan down 11 and Sparks overall down 6, but he's regained a few places already. Predicting 2 or possible 3 stop strategy, say AWS. I'm not convinced.
No.
Nope. But Ayrton then P3 at the moment and right behind Rens. ARL leading at home by 2.5 seconds, and I don't think he was expecting that to start the race with Ronan and Sparks ahead of him. Needs to take advantage of this as much as he can, and he's doing so with a fastest lap on end of lap 2.
Marchy pits.
Excellent.
Maybe he did, I don't know, this is quite early. Did he got damage or something? I don't know. Yeah, damage.
Okay,
Yellow flag. ARL.
Oh no!
ARL spun.
ARL spinning on that tricky section.
No front wing.
The S's at the start of the lap. ARL tumbling down the order, and he's going to have a long drive round to get back to the.
Ayrton.
Exactly. Long drive back to the pits for ARL though. Here comes Etten for the lead then. Looks quite easy under DRS. He's got it done before the braking zone. Of course, Rens will have the ability to come back at him and get...
Yeah, but there's Noisy also coming in this battle now.
True.
It's,
yeah, DRS open for Rens.
At the back of Amiral. Rens will he try a late move? No, not quite. But there done a small mistake.
Yeah, looks like Rens trying to get around the outside, but it's single lane traffic here. What a move on the inside from Rens. But he leaves racing room on the outside, and it looks like Ayrton's managed to just about recover.
Will he go for a moving hotel section? No.
Very, very close.
And also Noisy joined in the party as Branch overtook Amiral, and someone spun in the back. Did Sparks did this again, or did it scale straight? It was Alpine for sure. Or the lobby's just messing up.
Possibly.
I'm not quite sure.
The Haas is out. You made a bold prediction that the Haas would be 1-2. They're currently 3-4. And a VSC, exactly right.
Got out. Safety car turn into
full safety car. Full safety car. Wow. So who's triggered that? Is it it's Barchi?
Barchi, yeah. Barchi, yeah.
So we succeeded in 3 laps, and that could mean that those soft tyre runners have the ability to now pit and get onto a better strategy.
Alex H. was another drive-through
for speeding under the safety car, so ignoring his delta that he needs to drive to. So the top 3 now out there. Then about 3 seconds back is Branch.
Yep. I'm just interested to see strategy goals now, because now maybe some people will pit trying to get that cheap pit stop. Yep. Maybe someone will try to extend that.
They should get a cheap pit stop while they have to drive to this delta. It should help. It's effectively a VSC delta they're driving to, so it's about.
Yeah, but they shouldn't lose too much time because field is pretty much spread.
There's a nice gap, isn't there? There's a nice gap between Alex Thomas and ARL. Just to slot into there. And also, basically, we have 2 or 3 groups now. So you're sitting there, Ivan, as Ayrton on 3-lap-old mediums. Is this a good time to pit and just stay on the strategy the car's behind, or do you start to wonder whether you stay out and just stretch that stint out?
I won't pit straight away because mediums are only 4 laps old.
Okay, Noisy trying to do an overtake into the pit lane, trying to get into the pits quickly. Yeah,
5-second time penalty.
That's because Noisy hit him on the way into the pits. So that
and Rens stayed out. So double stack.
Does that change Rens's strategy here? He's serving the penalty right now, so he's lost out those 5 seconds, and he's put mediums on. I wondered if he would put on hards.
Noisy got the jump.
But an unjust penalty there from for Rens that is not fair by any stretch.
Yeah, but now Noisy joining P4. Sparks stay out on track.
And Branch perhaps relying on there being another safety car. He stayed out on the soft tyres. The only driver to do so.
Just want to avoid double stack.
Yeah. But he can only guarantee that the next lap round he will lose those places. So does he accept that he's gained all those positions and wait for the field to spread again, or a potential another safety car? I don't know how many laps these softs are going to last on the cars tonight, Ivan.
I think he will pit in this lap.
Yeah.
Because he wants to avoid double stack. And now, as I said, it's helped a lot to Noisy and Amiral and Rens. The guys were on self Rens taking out the DRS board there.
Oh. A DRS board isn't so bad, but if you take out someone's braking marker board, that can be pretty bad for the race, can't it? I've seen leagues that prohibit that, but
basically they're doing like race in Monza in the league of the Eco Certon.
Yeah.
And basically it was safety car restart. Someone took the brake marker boards earlier. I was like at P5, and then the guy who was at the back just straight line because he couldn't see the brake because their brake marker boards were gone.
Yeah.
And I survived somehow.
Well, the new order then on lap 5 is Ayrton leading for Branch and Sparks.
So Branch is not pitting.
Sparks has not pitted either, so he.
Ayrton going off track a bit. What's happening here?
How the race has turned around is quite incredible, with Sparks dropping to the back and back into third again.
Ayrton is showing some problems with safety car. What is going on?
What is he trying to do here? He's only risking a penalty for overtaking the safety car if he does that. Yeah. Alex Thomas has got that penalty unpaid so far. That's another drive-through for him. He jumped the start. It didn't really seem to profit him very much. And I think if you're going to jump the start and get a drive-through penalty, you might as well sprint away from the rest of the grid and get away.
Noisy with collision with Sparks.
We'll see if that translates into a penalty. But yeah, rubbing the car on the way into.
But I cannot.
Turn 5 and 6.
I cannot see. Is there some damage?
Nothing visible. We've got quite a close view there.
Disconnected.
Yeah, Alex out of the session. He might be able to rejoin if he can find his invite. Although I think ARL only sent one invite each out tonight.
Okay, so I think we should get restarted in this lap.
Yeah, that's right. We'll wait to see.
I would say the dark horse of this race will be Amiral, because we saw that in Kota. He's like, this won't sound nice, but he's like the sealant killer, like the guy who just takes wind like from shadow, like no one expects him to do it.
Yeah.
He does that with just keeping his nose clean.
He has quiet, clean races generally, does Amarillo, and it has given him a win already this season, or two, I think. AJ ARL updates us to say that he's got an orange rear wing, and Ronan says that someone, I'm not sure who, moved really late twice on him, and then he spun because he sent it hard down the inside and got scared. Well, I'm not sure who he's referring to, unfortunately. But we're about to get underway in green flag conditions.
Is he talking about his first spin?
Which spin are you referring to, Ronan? Yes.
I only saw one spin, so I don't know if there's another one. I think we are going now.
He's talking about the beast, but yeah, waiting now for Ayrton to launch the car. He's waiting. He hasn't gone yet. Here he goes on the way out of the final corner. Branch with him on old soft tyres. Should have good traction overall, but Sparks is right there with him and going for a move. Not quite into the first corner as Noisy gains on them both, as Branch managed to fend off Sparks here because they're going to have a big stop down into turn 6.
Noisy is coming, and then
Branch must know that Sparks is likely to launch it here, but not quite.
Well, Noisy tried to get like switchback or get them both on the straight because Sparks a little bit out of shape there.
Yeah, they're going for it. Sparks is going to have to get it all done under slipstream and under the brakes. There's no DRS down this straight just yet. So Sparks challenging here for second place. Branch taking the middle of the track. Sparks going for it. Down the inside, onto the side pod. Yeah, a lot of contact actually. Branch
again contact.
Robustly holding off him as Noisy gets running outside of Sparks. And they rub wheels once again. So Noisy ahead. And there as a good rear gun, I was going to say, to Branch, but he launches one down the inside of his teammate and jumps the Haas. So it's now, and they continue to battle, and around they go. Branch is not going to be impressed with Noisy guesting as his team and nerfing him off. Branch has got a championship position to fight for here. Noisy does not. So very questionable team tactics, Ivan, at that point.
Well, who has massive seats has the right to is normally the first driver.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like blame Noisy for that. I think it's just racing incident. To be fair,
Wow.
Branch didn't do anything wrong there.
I've just seen a replay of Barci's retirement he sent in, and looked like very gentle contact with the barrier.
Yellow flag again.
Ooh, yeah, and it's a stationary car in the S's.
Alexis Beast. Yep.
See if I can't see the car from the
Noisy on Ayrton.
It's
Noisy on Ayrton.
So Alexis Beast back up and running. That's good. Here comes Noisy then. Getting a much easier run.
Sparks.
Amarillo challenging, and he does the same to Sparks that Sparks did to Branch last time out. It looks like Amarillo's got great grip here on new mediums, going the long way round. Yeah, the long way round, turn 10.
Also, there's Rensuil might join the party here.
Brilliant stuff from Amarillo, taking Sparks there around the outside. They did make a small bit of contact, but got it done. And now the McLarens next to each other as well as they go into the third sector. Oh, wow. Amazing to see from a long way back, I think. They weren't that close together on track. Battle for third, led by Amarillo, then Sparks, Rents and Ronan, with ARL struggling to get the car around. What on earth is Sparks trying down that corner? He's going to lose out to Rents on the inside.
Sparks went wide. I don't know what's happening there.
Noisy with the fastest lap at the lead of the race. And yeah, Sparks with Amarillo challenging Ayrton now. You said you called a mistake from Ayrton, possibly.
I don't know. I didn't saw it, but Noisy got past and pulled away pretty quickly, so it might be a mistake.
Yeah.
Because Ayrton's lost so much momentum now.
Absolutely. Amarillo with a little bump and run around the inside there.
Ayrton wants to try to get the DRS.
So which car will get it here? Because I'm not sure who was ahead on the detection line. It was Ayrton was behind. So maybe he slowed deliberately there to let Amarillo by, who sweeps to the inside in defence. Ayrton a little long way around the outside.
Amarillo will have DRS for that. Oh,
Rent's going for it on ARL as well. ARL's joined this one. That orange rear wing not hurting him too much. Whereas Sparks gone down to 8th. Currently, Sparks obviously had an issue.
Either tires or just fought too much, I think.
Yeah.
Amarillo and Ayrton really close to each other. ARL trying to get good performance in his home Grand Prix.
Definitely, he's looking for a good result tonight, and he's determined to get one despite that damage on the rear wing. Or Amarillo going a long way around, and I think getting impatient now with the pace as Rents and ARL struggling. Yeah, I think ARL was boxed in with Amarillo's
yellow flag
weaving.
Alexis East again? No.
I'm not sure. I don't see it.
Sparks is having problems. No front wing at all.
That's what happened.
He's in the wall. He's in the wall. Probably
okay, we've got a yellow flag again out there. Let's see if we can see what happened to Sparks. He's in the Latifi corner. And Alex Thomas is frozen up behind him.
As I predicted.
Bizarre situation with Alex. Was stopped behind the car.
Branch now pits. Branch going on softs. He actually jumped Ronan through the pits.
Wow, so Branch betting on another safety car on those softs. It's worked out beautifully. It leaves 18 laps to go, so perhaps Branch can run those mediums to the end.
Amarillo is still on P3. I am again interested to see what the guys in front will do. I think Noisy is just very happy that he managed to get through this train of cars, because it was pretty much let's get it to rumble in that part. We had like the train from P2 all the way to P5, isn't it? Or
yeah,
P6?
I don't quite understand how Noisy has managed to generate a nearly 12-second.
Because I think pretty much everyone was battling. Ayrton probably did a mistake, plus all the battling.
So we're at the safety car for the second time this evening, and we're only on lap 10. Noisy with a small advantage, racing without a helmet tonight. Unless it's made of glass.
Here he
goes, yeah. 4-lap old mediums. It's an interesting time to pit. I fully expect Ayrton to come in.
Is he going to mediums or
In comes Ayrton. Amarillo going on by on only 4-lap old mediums. And Rent staying out as well.
Staying out. ARL staying out.
Yeah, so we've got
get some of them.
Got a complete mixture of strategies out there. Branch out on brand new softs. Ronan out there on hards.
I don't know if we'll get if Branch will maybe get some of them because he pitted early.
Yeah, he was ahead of this train as the safety car was called.
Get destroyed.
Here comes Branch then.
Ayrton's ahead.
Yeah, and Branch getting past.
No, Branch got Ayrton.
They will be very close to one another coming out of the pits here for Ayrton. He's
Branch got Ayrton,
behind, isn't he? Yeah. So as Ayrton went under the track on the way through the pit lane exit, Branch gets by up to 5th. And now he's going to be right behind his teammate once again.
Oh, not that again. Alex is out of session.
Yeah.
What's happened now? Oh, he crashed. Did he crash in the safety corner during the safety car?
I don't see his car. Is that the one near sector 3 at the moment?
Or I think it is. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it must be. Must be out there. It is, and the car was still moving gradually, unless it was having a very long spin. But yeah, now it's disappeared off the track map. That might extend our safety car slightly, but hopefully the drivers will all resume. So 5 laps on the mediums for Amarillo and Rents. One more than that for ARL, and then on new mediums, Noisy, new softs Branch, new mediums Ayrton, new hards Ronan, new hards Chaos Druid, and then we've got older tyres on Alex Thomas and Art at the back in 10th place. I wonder how many cars will have reached the end of this one.
Now I think we should see how many arrests everyone has, because
it should reset. Usually manages to reset.
200 because they say it's going really slowly.
Yeah.
Because the battery has time to charge.
No, exactly.
I'm just now interested what the Rents and Emerald will do.
As to whether they come in the pits?
No one coming in the pits from them.
Everyone committed to the strategies they're on right now. So a good safety car point to have put hard tyres on. I don't know if the mediums will last to the end of this race. Ivan,
but I think
16.
everyone wants to avoid hard tyres because they're awful around this track.
Yeah. Awful
Pretty
around
much
most
like
tracks.
around every track.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just where I was going with that too. So Amarillo leads from Rents and ARL. Then Noisy next to Branch on the track again. Let's hope there's no more Haas fireworks. Ayrton temporarily getting past Branch there under safety car. We'll need to give that back quickly. Very quickly.
Is the game glitched? I don't know.
I don't know. Ronan in 7th. Alex Thomas in 8th.
Branch losing positions. What's happened now? What's happening now?
I don't know.
Oh, they are allowing him. Are they allowing him to pass?
He's being very cautious. Unless he was temporarily off track, then no one has to give the places back.
Oh yeah, maybe that's.
Art is at the back of the grid on 10th place. I think he's got more pace than Chaos Druid, but we'll watch to see how quickly Branch can take advantage of those soft tyres. He'll have 3 or 4 laps where he'll be super hot.
Everyone is on soft, so now, and if Branch did a mistake during the safety car, it costed him dearly.
No. Branch has no idea why people have overtaken him on the safety car, and they've not been told to let it back.
It's in this lap, so Branch is maybe trying to take it back, I don't know. I think Ron lets him go. Ayrton as well, so nice.
There we go.
Sportsmanship move from Ayrton.
Yeah, hopefully they've picked that up and done it either before.
Now Branch got illegal.
Branch has gone off the track.
Maybe he got illegal, I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. There's a big problems for Branch, but the only problem here is trying to organise it back.
Alex H. Thomas like he's in the AI, so Branch even stuck behind AI now, and that's thing you don't want during any point of the race.
Especially a restart though, because they'll be very slow. I think we just need to get on with it, Branch, and take whatever the game gives you, and then make up places once we're back under racing. Amarillo then will lead this one.
like Branch having to do comebacks like in CLE back in Div 2.
Amarillo launching out of the final corner very nicely, almost an identical restart point. It's a very logical restart point.
Rens,
but Noisy getting by ARL, who can't get the car down, stopped into turn 1, losing places hand over fist.
In Rens' gearbox is...
It's going to be three-way battle into turn 8. Again, Noisy with the elbows out, and Ronan skipping the corner. Ren skipping the corner and getting a 5-second penalty for that. I don't think he'll be happy.
Branchford took Ronan.
Thank you.
On hards.
Yeah, that's right. Ronan retaking the place temporarily as they come out of turn 7.
But
down into the corner. A late lunge from Noisy down into the inside. Very Verstappen-like by Noisy there, and stays on the track. Gets Ayrton out of the way.
Pretty close to Ronan.
Just see this battle for second place as Amarillo gaps the rest of the field. Noisy under threat from Ayrton behind. Who else is making moves further back? Ronan's got away from Branch slightly there under the on the straight, and they head into the tricky stadium section now near the hotel. Amarillo leads from Noisy, Ayrton and Rents, then ARL, who struggled so much to get the car underneath him into turn 1.
Maybe Wing comes into play.
Yeah. Just couldn't get the car stopped.
Again, Druid, it's fun.
So just approaching the hotel. Druid spinning, but back under racing speed again. Ronan, Branch very close here.
Will be enabled now again.
I think it will.
Should be.
I know that in on-track F1, it takes 2 laps
really
for the DRS to be. Yeah, it's difficult. Branch has got so much more grip and speed, but he just needs to be a bit more patient to time these moves. Right up the front though, Noisy having another go at Amarillo.
He took it, Amarillo went a bit
He's
wide.
got him.
So Ayrton is going on Amarillo again. Little squeeze from Amarillo.
Yeah, pretty strong squeeze there. Ayrton was not expecting that.
Slipstream.
But they're boxed in. They're boxed in. They're level under braking on the way into turn 8.
Bit deep from Amarillo.
Yeah, they're going to turn each other round. One of you needs to back out of this, otherwise you're both going in the wall. So Ayrton gets by. Amarillo absolutely bashed around there and down into 3rd. Rents back on the offensive, and Noisy trying to get away from everybody.
Neither ARL or Ronan.
No, I think Branch is struggling for top speed tonight. I'm not quite sure why Branch can't get the overspeed relative to the other cars, but Rents and Ronan.
Maybe he's using higher front wing than rear wing, or maybe he has a bit too much wing because
he's struggling.
I'm not sure.
He said he didn't have a setup before the race, so definitely difficult for him at this point, when you would expect him to be quicker than the rest of the drivers.
Again, battling.
Absolutely, it's been
now we have the it's
been a hard-fought battle out here. A 3-second penalty for Rents for tripping over the limits of the track. ARL has a penalty as well out there. Amarillo very close here to the back of Ayrton as they head towards turn 5.
Runner really managed to get hit in the starts, or he just wasted too much of his battery. Because he's like 30 on 32%.
Ayrton's done it again. Ayrton's just backed out of the throttle again on the detection zone to try and get the DRS.
The Rents have DRS on both of them.
That's right.
So
the McLarens have both got DRS here, and I think they're slightly closer to Ayrton. They're going down the inside. A double move potentially from Rents. What a fantastic move from Rents. Can he hold on? Ayrton going around the inside, manages to stick it.
There's also Ronan for to Amarillo.
Yeah, so Ronan, wow, it's just trading places left and right. ARL on the attack for Amarillo as well. Amarillo going backwards here.
Ronan going around the outside.
Down into the turn 8. Sorry, turn...
Too much curb.
11 goes Ayrton, and they're just battling so hard here. Thankfully, all cars still running, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last.
Now ARL and Branch are joining this party.
Yeah, exactly. With Art in there as well.
Oh yeah, it's again become a massive train.
It is. It is just Chaos Druid and Alex Thomas have dropped the back of this. Alex is in AI. Ayrton going very wide in the penultimate corner, getting a better run onto the final corner and finish straight.
Penalty.
Yeah, that was too wide from Ayrton. So another penalty for him. Renz has got one as well.
Wide.
Noisy is very quick out there and has just gapped the rest of the field by nearly 8 seconds again, and we'll be hoping we can avoid another safety car. Ayrton is very loose, Ivan.
Yep, he lost the momentum. Maybe he got damaged of that contact with Amiral, but Ronan is like pretty much in his gearbox now.
Yeah,
and Amiral is also not far. Ronan maybe trying to make a move, but he's wasting his ERS. Well, he's derating. Amiral has much more ERS. Maybe that will be his advantage later on.
Branch
as Branch tries to make a move.
Yeah, around the outside here. ARL Branch holding that outside line, becomes the inside line, and gets the Hulkenberg treatment on that inside curb. You can straddle the apex, but not that much.
Chaos Druid out.
It's Chaos Druid again causing another yellow. I don't know if they'll be able to... Oh, look at Ayrton and Renz, wheel to wheel.
Branch round the outside. Branch round the outside.
Art taking advantage and getting by ARL as well in that melee, as ARL was boxed out from Branch's manoeuvre, and Ayrton is back on the tail of the McLaren. It looks like they've moved the car, so we won't have a problem with Chaos Druid. Back to green flag throughout the track, and it's 9 runners left on lap 17.
Ronan also got penalty, Amiral as well,
so matching penalties all the way down from 2nd to 5th, but Hyper Rents has got 13 seconds. He's going to be completely out of this race.
Yep, and also this, if Branch manages to stay 0 penalties and close to these guys, I think my prediction will maybe get through, but I don't want to say anything because there's enough people today.
Ayrton is trying this one. He's trying to keep that DRS. He's very close to Renz.
Do something. It's pretty much DRS train. As I
Everyone's going to be having a go down here. Such a long straight with DRS. Some derating going on from nearly every driver as well. Ayrton selling the dummy to the outside. Keeps the inside line.
But Renz is still there.
Yep.
But now Ronan got a much better run.
Nice move from Ayrton to get up to 2nd place.
There's Amiral. Look at Amiral. Oh!
Ouch! And spearing off the track goes Renz, who gets damaged. They try and go 3 wide into turn 11. Surely something's going to go wrong here.
Some of this. Ayrton
hung out to dry. Branch and Amiral synchronized pirouettes across the infield and tumbling down to 7th and 8th. I don't know how Ayrton has held on to this one. Art up to P4, as you say. Incredible stuff. Renz having hit the wall, taken off his front wing. He's still in 5th, and ARL catching back up to this group.
And now there's no penalties as well.
They're racing like it's bumper cars out there.
As soon as I say, I think Art collected some wing damage.
Yeah. They've got matching wing damage on
the
front.
ARL is on.
Look at this,
again.
3 cars heading into the pits in one go. Branch may be electing this one for tyres, and maybe the front wing issue as well for Branch, but he and Amiral came together through the infield and spun across at the same time. New front wing going on, despite a lack of visible damage on Branch's car. Same with Art and Renz. What is this? What's going on now? Is this Ayrton and Noisy?
No, I think it's Amiral.
Right, okay, yeah, Amiral can barely turn the car.
And now Ron might have a go on Ayrton. I don't know if Ayrton's saying ERS is not. Derating going on.
Wow. Ayrton tries the outside squeeze. That's not leaving a lot of room there from Ayrton.
But still Ron got a better run through there. And they're just inviting ARL to party if they keep fighting.
Exactly.
I can see
Amiral gets by Alex Thomas's Ghost, but that's fairly easy.
Tries Ronan again.
Another
over the curve.
bit of side-by-side action, another bit of contact. Ayrton's car is not going to have any sponsors left on it by the end of this on the side pods. He's been bashed from pillar to post, and he's swiping across the track quite aggressively. I think these drivers have all got a bit of that end of term feeling at school. They're all ready to mess about. Wow, look at this as Ayrton goes wide once again. Surely that's going to continue to pick up problems and penalties. The top 4 all now have equal 3-second penalties, with Amaral with an 8-second and Alex with 5.
Ayrton in pits, so
right.
5-second time penalty.
I don't know if Ayrton's had enough, if he's diving into the pits at that kind of speed. But looks like some changes happening. Change front wing going onto softs, so that's 7 laps to go now. It's lap 19. Another penalty coming up for Art. It's virtually every lap now, the new penalties. But Ronan on hard tyres should be in a great shape to finish this race out, although he's 19 seconds behind Noisy. ARL in 3rd, wanting to get a podium at the end of this one.
Might have gone Ronan.
He's having a go. That broken rear wing. DRS is open.
They rated his battery. Oh, around the outside. Yellow flag.
Job done, and Branch has retired. Branch is out of the session.
Virtual safety car, maybe safety car again. Safety car.
Oh. Okay, so safety car number 3 will condense the field, and we should have a closer battle for the remaining 7 laps of the race. Senna's popped up to say hello in the chat as well.
I think, because now it's pretty much sprint.
Yep.
4 or 5 lap sprint.
If we thought it was the drivers have been aggressive up until now, if they get given fresh tyres and a sprint at the end, I think it's going to be even worse.
Carnage.
Senna says hi to me and to you, Ivan. Senna's turned up to watch the end of this race.
What's up, Senna? Please don't join TTML today, please.
From last I heard from Senna, he was injured. Another football accident.
Yeah, I know he's injured, but he actually checked in with that Hill reserve.
Wow, okay.
Jesus. Typical Senna move.
I think he's going to need to put steel rods in all of his joints, wrists and ankles.
Everyone pitting here.
Everyone pitting, everyone putting on soft tyres. Amaral
jumped Ronan.
Amaral pitting. Yeah. It's often the way. The drivers having to pit early. Some penalties being served here, including Amaral's car. Of course, that will be a free.
Ayrton went on softs pretty much way before everybody.
Oh.
And how many positions will he get? So he got like 2 positions.
So we will restart this one with 8 laps to go. It will be Noisy from ARL, Ronan and Art, then Ayrton, Amaral, Alex and Rents in terms of where they started.
Ayrton, another penalty.
Ayrton's picked up a penalty under the safety car conditions. That's incredible.
So pretty much, everyone except Ayrton, have 3 seconds time penalties. So pretty much everyone can win here. So how in the words of Michael Buffer, ladies and gentlemen, let's ready for Rumble.
Yeah. Well, we've got an 8 car field for 8 laps of racing, hopefully. Although I don't think they will be released on this lap.
We can say 7 because Alex Sachon is an AI, so.
True. So 7 humans. Rents is even behind the AI of Alex Thomas at this point. But 10 places up for Noisy. It's guaranteeing him driver of the day at this point. Branch retiring. Hasn't let me know on the chat exactly why just yet.
I think we should just let him cool off.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's intense.
Yeah, he's not been faring well. I think an early retirement last race out as well.
Oh, Art pitting. What's Art doing now?
Interesting tactics from Art, I guess. Well, he's picked up a 5-second penalty going into the pit, so even if he was trying to pay his penalties off, he's just cost himself another one. And
maybe he just hopes that there'll be another carnage and then that he survives.
Yeah, possibly. And who would bet against that at this point? In terms of fastest lap, right now, Noisy has it with a 38.359. Comfortably a second faster than the next guy, which is ARL. Not sure ARL will be able to challenge that with a orange rear wing.
Yeah, but pretty much that doesn't seem to bother him pretty much. And
No, you're right. Although it does seem to affect him traction out of the corners. It's definitely making that rear end pretty loose.
I don't know on which side is he having that, left or right.
Yeah.
Because if it was like, I think on one side it can affect you more than the others.
Absolutely. Unless you're in Suzuka where there's a crossover. Yeah, this is very much an anti-clockwise racetrack.
And and it was pretty boring one in its default shape. I think on 2021 Abu Dhabi GP we saw like as much as overtakes we saw on default Abu Dhabi GP layout.
So a safety car will come in at this end of this lap. We will be able to get racing again with I guess 7 complete laps left to run. Noisy from ARL and Ronan.
So this is pretty much sprint.
Very much so. Alex Thomas's car in front of Art and Rens. That won't stay like that for very long. Ayrton racing with 11 seconds of penalties, but trying to overtake the McLaren ahead of him.
Now, the only thing about here is like to get your tires up to temperature, and so basically it's skill and will who will decide who will win this.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's more aggression. Ayrton is working those tyres very hard to try and get himself. Well, Noisy's gone already. Right at the very early. And he spun the car, and he's spun round and out of this contention at the lead now. ARL inheriting the lead before they've even crossed the safety car line. ARL positioning to the inside. Can he get the car stopped better than last time? Yes, easily. And Ayrton now challenging Ronan. It's a three-way battle at the front of the race with Noisy right at the back now.
Ayrton went wide. Ayrton jumping over the curbs.
Yeah, going round those curbs once again. The Alpha Tauris are next to each other and hoping not to trip over each other, with Ronan now second place and ARL up there in the lead by half a second, trying to gap the field, trying to weave the car.
Will Ayrton try and make a move on them?
It looks like Ronan is slightly too far back to go for it on this occasion. I don't know if anybody else is likely to.
ARL went deep. Went pretty much deep.
Yeah, and Ronan's got the best traction zone there on the way out over the exit curve.
As well.
Ayrton using the slipstream behind Ronan to get by ARL and then launches out from that.
Make it 3 wide.
From that air.
Oh, contact!
They make contact once again. We're gonna have a lot of action going on here as Ronan trying to get up the inside. Ayrton giving him that that space. And we've seen things go wrong so many times heading into this tricky section. Ronan touching the back of Ayrton's car. Ayrton, of course, racing with more penalties than anybody on the track at the moment, so he's likely to disappear out of this battle, but he wants to win Ivan on the track. Round the outside goes Ronan for a better slingshot out of the final corner, and they go back under racing conditions with 5 to go now. Noisy, a new fastest lap at the back of the grid. Rens gets past Amaryl back there for 5th place. But up at the front, Ronan is right on the back of Ayrton, who has a snap of oversteer yet again. Ayrton's been struggling with that corner all night.
Trying to make a move on ARL.
Yeah.
Contact ARL has to go wide.
Art and ARL touching. ARL taking the modern line around that hairpin. And losing several places down to 5th. ARL with Ronan getting away from the group now. Art takes that second place.
Where did Noisy came from back? Noisy came back in the play.
He did a fastest lap and he's just gained on the rest of the field and delivered the perfect qualifying sprints. Art gets by Hyper Rents. No, Rents going around the outside now.
Oh, contact Noisy's got around again.
Oh, good grief. Noisy can't keep this car pointing in one direction as he's now down to 7th, and will Ayrton get by him as well?
If this stays this way, this will be McLaren 1-2.
It will. Absolutely. We can't give you a Haas 1-2 anymore. with the departure of Branch.
I tried.
Definitely.
It was bold prediction. The safe one was the Sparks to win, but oh well. No, you can predict nothing here.
No, nothing is predictable at all. You're right. It's almost like the drivers are driving with damage off. I think they're just here to have a fun time in the finale of our season.
I think we can be ready for some interesting discussions in Discord after the race.
Yes, I think we might need to put slow mode on at the end of this one and just allow everybody to chill out.
I'm keeping the group on mute, so it's fine. I don't get pinged.
Yes. Yep. Well, Ronan is out there in the lead. Art is chasing down Rens for second place, although Art's got more penalties to pay at the end of the race. Amaral in fourth, could be on for a podium here if he can stay in touch with his teammate. And then ARL half a second back from Amaral. They need to try and bring each other forward rather than squabbling, because if they spend too long battling each other, they will fall out of contention for the podium as Art launches it down the inside of Rens, but we've seen Rens fight back through here. It looks like Art getting into the apex comfortably.
They're fight too much. Maybe I think Art will just try to hold off Rens to allow Amaral to maybe attack for the podium.
Keep talking. Unfortunately, my controller's
and now Rens overtook Amaral again. Ayrton moving up to 6th place, but picking up on ARL went to P4.
Okay. Apologies. Never had that happen before, but my controller lost contact, lost battery, so we're back. We're back at it with the McLaren in front. We've got Rens in second, but again being chased down. We've got 3 laps to go in this one.
Everything can happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the gap's just opening out slightly, but Amaral is absolutely on the back of the Red Bull here. And
also Art again at the back of the Rens. But the Rens has a bit more ERS.
They go round the hairpin. That means that Amaral would get that DRS now. They're destroying these soft tyres.
He's right. Just saving ERS at this point. Because
Art's the lead driver here with the DRS. Will he go for it? Not quite.
No. So as it stands, we have McLaren 1-2 and calculating with the pens, ARL will be P3 and Amaral will be P4. As Art tries to make a move on the outside.
That's a brave move down the outside, and Rens was squeezing him out. Looks like Ronan trying to gap everybody, but he's got equal penalties with much of the field. Ayrton on 16 seconds, Noisy on 3, but catching. He's now in 7th place. He'll see how far up the field he can make it. Obviously got pace, but he's spun on his own twice since the last restart.
As I said, McLaren. Oh, Rens another penalty.
Yep, yet again, as the drivers are pushing to the end of this race, just starting to make mistakes. ARL defending even into turn 1. It's not going to help him get the car slowed down comfortably. It'd be a rare move to go into turn 1.
Question is, I think the win is quite sure here.
Yeah,
quite secure now. But the question is, who will get the podium?
Yeah, it's anybody's game here with the differences in penalties. Although, of course, we've seen the leader of the race crash out several times already, completely on their own. Ivan, I wouldn't put any money in the bank just yet.
Well, yeah. As we said, anything can happen here. We found out like numerous of times during the course of the season and in this race as well.
Yep.
Oh,
here comes
Art trying to launch it again.
He was patient down the first DRS zone. He's decided to try and live with it, but Rens is happy to run side by side with these drivers. Oh, up with a
ARL.
big tank slapper and just about holds on. ARL boxed in. Amaryl trying to get by him, but they're kind of getting in each other's way at this point, Ivan.
Yep, but the guy who has the biggest range in this group is Amaryl, or Amaryl and ARL, because they have the most battery saved, and that's...
Yeah, affirm that. I've been told I've got no comms. I don't know if that was just temporary. Do let me know in the chat if you've got me back again.
I mean, you should.
Yeah, I think I have. I think I'm okay. Chaos Druid was just had a maybe slightly delayed message on the chat, so I'm definitely back. I've just checked. So 1.5 laps to go. Ronan leading. Hyper Rents behind, then Art chasing down the first car with DRS here, but a little way off as ARL comes on for a move here. Yeah, he saves some ERS for the last lap, goes down the outside. Will Art allow this one to happen? ARL gets the inside for the next corner, bounces across the curbs, unsettles the car, loses all that momentum. Yeah, loses all the momentum, and now Amaryl on the offense.
Having fun now.
Yeah. Amaryl trying to get the car stopped down, a little bump and run possibly, but doesn't quite complete the move. Just unsettles the Red Bull. And now it's Art on the attack once again. Is he going for an unconventional move here? Not quite. But the car's getting closer and closer together towards the end of this one.
Seeing the amount of seeing this train, you all thought that we're racing around Monaco and not in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely being held back here by Rents, but he's defending incredibly well at the same time. So the last lap begins for Ronan and the rest of the field just behind him. It's do or die now, Ivan.
Yep.
Who's your money on for the podium?
ARL or ARL, yeah, because Amaryl's. He's there, but he has the equal amount of points. ARL, as Art goes wide.
Art struggling with the
ARL takes
with the grip here. Yeah, I think ARL will probably get him here. Generally saves his ERS a little bit better than the majority of the drivers. He's got an overlap. He's round the outside. He's passed under braking. And job done. But a dive bomb from the AlphaTauri pair unsettles the car again on ARL. He's struggling through that.
Nice switchback.
He's really struggling on the way out of turn 9. ARL lap after lap. Yeah, we've got the AlphaTauri. He's given the inside to the AlphaTauri, who will brake late.
No,
oh wow, IRL really holding on beautifully through there. I think he's got a chance here to get second place if he can stay within range of Rents, and it's Amaryl getting up to 4th. I think Amaryl and ARL could be the guys on the podium in the end of this one.
Ayrton trying to just fighting with Art for fun, and Ayrton getting spun round.
I don't doubt it.
Noisy cutting the corners.
I must just give a moment to Ronan, who after one of the most dramatic, hard-fought races we've ever seen, Ronan comes out of the final corner, spins up the wheels, showing off to the line. Ronan wins from Amaryl and ARL. Amaryl got past ARL on those last few corners, I think. And that's your podium. Incredible stuff to finish the race.
Yeah, Amaryl getting driver of the day. But in my opinion, driver of the day should go to Ronan, because he kept his nerves cool. Pretty dramatic race, very good drive.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe someone can say that there was a bit of luck, but
I'm afraid Ronan wants you to eat your words. I think, Ivan. His first comment on the chat, it wasn't even like happy that he's won. He just said, "What did you say, Ivan, earlier?" So.
Oh.
you provided the fuel for that one.
I hate my words, so shut.
I think you provided all the motivation he needed to win that one. So Ronan wins the race for McLaren.
Who
Brilliant
knows?
stuff.
Maybe I should be his teammate at least, so I can motivate him before the races.
Yeah, I think he needs. I think he needs a a motivating assistant there, definitely. So Ronan wins from Amarillo, and ARL eventually brings it home for a podium on his home circuit and the final race of the year. Hyper Rens in fourth, then Art and Noisy making it back up to P6 with the fastest lap of the race as well. We won't mention Alex's AI that came home in seventh, but Ayrton in eighth was the last finisher. And then we have Branch, Chaos Druid, Alexis, Sparks, and Barchi, who all went home early. So Ronan, thanks you for the drive of the day. He's pleased with that. But that was quite a eventful race, to say the least, over in there.
But yeah, he deserved this win. He made the hards work surprisingly for me, because not only me, but I think pretty much everyone would say hards are pretty bad around some tracks. Like everyone's avoiding hards in the race, and surprisingly, he made the hards stint work, which allowed him to go on softs quite.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favour, Ivan, and invite ARL to the party, just while you and I wrap up the conclusions to the race? If I do it, then only I could be speaking. Ronan's saying the car felt really good on the hards, which is good, despite basically disproving everything we've said tonight. Ronan managing to make the hards work.
I forgot the nickname I gave to him earlier. He's pretty good. He's good around the track, so I just called him Abu Dhabi Merchant.
Okay. Ronan would like an interview as well. That is
so
Ronan-H-.
H.
So Ronan-H- is his gamer tag.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have him as a friend.
I have him as friends. I
sweet.
have him as a friend.
Excellent.
I just need to go here and invite people to party. I need to invite them to the group.
We've got some potential. I think people are congratulating Amarillo here for the title, but I can't confirm that because I haven't seen the standings lately.
Didn't Sparks win the title before? Because someone said that. Okay.
This I don't know.
Just quick note for everyone. They update standings after every race. Now we have a I don't know what situation. I don't know how to call this.
Yep.
Let me just find Ronan.
ARL saying title is not confirmed. Of course, the title is not confirmed until after the stewards' inquiries or any removals. We will confirm the title later on. Although, of course, Sparks won't have got himself any points here after the performance. Have we managed to get... We are trying to do interviews. We're hoping to get ARL and Ronan. There's Ronan on his way. Hopefully. Ronan, if you're listening in and just joining us, just please make sure you've set your broadcast audio settings to share. Otherwise, it will just be for us. Excellent. Well, congratulations, Ronan. A great win over there. That was very hard to keep track of what was going on in that race today.
Oh, it was such a mess. I had to box for a new wing twice, and
Wow.
I had to get hards, softs, mediums, everything.
Amazing stuff. Have you got any highlights or lowlights of the race for yourself?
Not well. A highlight maybe overtaking Jamie, which is Ayrton, because he was trying so hard to defend, and he raced like Max today, trying to push me wide to like get the DRS and all. But it was fair, good racing though. But,
it definitely looked like everybody was out there for a good old punch up on that track.
Yeah, it was dangerous, but I enjoyed it. It's finally good to get a win. Awesome.
Qualifying didn't quite go your way tonight, but you got the maximum out of the race in the end.
Yeah, started on pole.
Yes, yeah. It just looked like you didn't quite maximise those laps, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
The race setup was good.
Yeah, I tried to do the mediums and then I just couldn't get any pace the last sector, and then I invalidated 3 times and spun on my
Yes.
last lap. So
How much more was
took a
in the
while.
tank there in terms of lap time on qualifying?
I'd say about 2.5 tenths in it. I
Okay.
was 4 tenths up, but that was when I had about .4 laps left, so I was probably coming from there. I'd say I could get 2 tenths on it, but everyone else was on mediums.
Excellent. Have you
Didn't
enjoyed the
work out.
season racing, or has it been a bit too stressful?
It's stressful, but it's good. I enjoy doing it.
Excellent stuff. Well, congrats on a win. Congrats on presumably adding to your points tally in the championship. We'll have the final standings very soon, hopefully. But I must get on to our league owner ARL. But
Alright,
congratulations, Ronan. Well done.
thank you very much.
Good stuff.
Hello.
Hey to ARL or AJ. How was the race from your seat? It looked absolutely frenetic from ours.
Oh, it definitely was a mad race. I can confirm that. Obviously, you have a different perspective on off-board shots versus actually driving the cars. But yeah, it was madness. But it was good fun. But expecting lots of Stewart's reports coming in, so
Right.
it's going to be a busy night for the Stewarts.
Oh,
But a lot of it was hard racing, and of course, a lot of people didn't really have much to lose. So because obviously the championship was pretty much settled. We're still not. Obviously, we don't know what the standings are for all the drivers because lots of them are going to shift up and down. But yeah, it was mad.
Absolutely, Matt, for sure. Some congratulations were coming in for Amaral because of the lack of points scored by Sparks and Wongfi tonight, but we don't have the post-race 11 standings just yet, if I understand that correctly.
Yeah, it was definitely getting tight between Amaral and Wongfi as well for the championship against Sparks. But Wongfi had an unfortunate race, I believe in round 11, and I think maybe Amaral did place quite highly, I think, in Jeddah last weekend out. So it's not confirmed yet. We've got to do our job now and see
Yep.
the positions of this race.
Well, hopefully,
And,
when we
just add
when
them
we
up.
have it in the end, we can put a comment in the video stream comments so that people can see the final standings if they watch the video back, but perhaps not have it spoiled by putting it in the main description of the video.
Yeah, of course, it really did go down to the wire,
Yeah.
and that's what we love to see. And all the drivers and the midfield as well of the championship as well, battling it really hard, not giving it up, and we love to see that. So yeah, that's something we want to continue on to season 2, and I'm sure that'll definitely be present there. But yeah, it's a nice way to end it off.
Definitely. Well, obviously we must have a word of thanks and to you for all the hard work running the league. I'm sure you could do with some volunteers for helping out with various aspects of running the league. But yeah, congrats on a successful trip through the first season of ARL, and I think you can be very proud of where the league is currently. Have you got big plans or big hopes for the following season?
Yeah, we've got our plans. It's a shame that, of course, my co-owner Ashu couldn't be here with us today and couldn't race.
Yeah.
So it's a shame, but yeah, we just want to say as well, mega thank you to you, Weber, as well. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you to all the drivers and all the team members, the stewards. There's so many roles that go into making a league, and the fact that we've managed to successfully complete one season has been a really, for us, it'd be quite insane because we started out at the end of August thinking,
Yep.
well, how are we going to do this? And we managed to do it together, and that's what I think got us to the place we are now. So yeah, definitely big hopes for the future of ARL.
Well, a great first season, and yeah, I hope for even better next time. Yeah, like I say, don't ask what's missing from the league. Try and offer. This is a message to all the drivers. Try and offer what services you can to support the running of the league, even if that's just turning up on time and making sure you watch and like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the race to come on socials or a good highlight or something. It costs you nothing, and it's very much appreciated from everybody. I must just have a quick chat with Amaral, who I think joined us all the way from Malaysia at something like 3 a.m. Amaral, are you with us?
Hi, yes, I am.
Hey, congrats on another strong race. Your
Thank you.
your final half of the season has been incredibly good.
Yeah, I have to admit, I never expect any good results like a podium because a huge name like Sparks, ARL, S-Tube is always
Yep.
racing every race. Like I always expect some good points. Top 8 or top 5 is a really good finish for me, but I don't know what happens to these last few races where I found my own pace and
Yep.
I can pace myself with these guys, you know.
Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And the race out there looked incredibly difficult to manage and predict, but you held on better than most people in the rest of the race, as you usually seem to.
Yeah, for today's race, yeah, I'm just thinking about, to be honest, me and my teammate just think about the Constructors Championship, and I didn't even know about the Driver Championship because I saw Sparks were racing, and I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
this guy gonna finish first position. So
Well, it's
me and my
possible.
teammate,
I can't count the points yet, but the point standings will
yeah,
be released later in the week.
it's
If it
possible,
is
and
if it is
I
your
have.
championship, I'd have to say congratulations right now. But I think you've had a fantastic second half of the season.
Yeah, to win or no about the championship, I don't mind, but I am proud with my own driving, and
Yeah.
I think I am proud with my team as well. We did have a very strong qualifying and race every race that we raced together, and so far for today, I am quite impressed with some drivers and also shocked with some drivers driving, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I think some driving standards could do with a little bit of improvement. But
yeah, to be honest, I don't know if this is gonna be rude or what, but some people need to be removed.
well, obviously that's why we have the stewards and the appeals
Yeah,
process and
yeah.
everything. So I'm sure that once things have cooled down, we can get
Yeah.
justice served properly. Yeah, I
Last
must say
few for
well
me,
done
yeah,
and
I would like
congrats. And it's been a pleasure watching you racing these last few races.
thank you, man. Last few for me, I would like to say thank you to ARL for inviting me to this league. It's a really good league, and I really enjoyed racing here. I raced in like 6 to 7 different leagues, and I currently focus on only this ARL league every week. So
Wow.
yeah, thank you, ARL. It's a great league.
Fantastic. Well, it shows the focus is showing on the results, so well done. Well,
Thank
folks,
you, man.
it's getting like a very long stream at this point. I think it's probably time to wrap things up. It's been a very eventful first season, and we'll try and get you broadcasts for every race next season out if possible. But congrats to everybody involved in the league. Congrats to our winner today, Ronan, and whoever ends up being our eventual champion for the first season, whether it be Sparks or Amaral. But overall, a very enjoyable first season, and here's to the next one. I've been Webbo. Joining me in the comms box has been Ivan the Flying Croat, or EVG Ivan right now as his gamer tag, and we will catch you all on the next race day.